Canada, Alberta. Good morning, sir. How are you? It's too early here. In Jersey as well, 6:45 a.m. I woke up at 4 a.m. to make this walkthrough. Sorry, to play my round and then eventually make my walkthrough. We'll get into it right away. Give me 1 second. Let me pull up my notes. Gmail drafts. Okay, we have it here, all set. Let me sip my coffee. Sorry about that. So, good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, or whatever daytime it's on your coast. It's 6:45 a.m. in Jersey City here, Eastern Time. So, this is the complete walkthrough of the qualifying round played in Expert Division in the ongoing Silicon Valley 9-hole Cup. Before you continue with the video, you will need to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button, because if you don't follow those two steps, the video will close on your device and it will not function well. So jokes apart now, make sure you hit the subscribe button to the channel and like the content. So as you can see from my scorecard, I have drops on all of the par 4s. We have hole 1 par 4 drop, hole 6 par 4 drop, hole 8 par 4 drop. We have a hole in 1 on hole 2, and hole 5 par 5 I missed out because of my laziness. I mean, it's early in the morning and I lost concentration on hole 5. Maybe one of the reasons because I have a birdie there which should have been an eagle, so that's why on the thumbnail I put it as -16 and not -15, but -15 is also not a bad score considering the course. So now talking about my drops here, I'm going to tell you that I have tested all the holes at least twice or thrice before putting this video out, and if you still feel that my adjustments are wrong, incorrect, off, or anything else, then you do not have to follow anything I say. There are many other content creators out there who most likely would be streaming right now or are creating their own content to post later, so you can also reference to them. But I'm going to show you all the holes I played, how I played, and what are the recommended tweaks to have better chances for drops. So that would only mean for hole 4 and hole 7. Hole 5, I'm assuming you will make an eagle at least, if not an albatross. I mean, it's a little difficult to get an albatross on, but if you have a very good drive with extra mile or apocalypse, you can still have a very good chance for the alba. So talking through all the holes, let's start with hole 1 par 4. I have all the videos saved in the favorites, so making this one quick. So as you can see, H1T1D, so that basically means hole 1 test 1 drive. So I tested multiple drives, and we will look at my main gameplay. No, watch. Okay. This is not my main gameplay. Let me see if I still have it. Yeah. Should be this one. So having a look at my main gameplay. Hole 1 par 4, we have a crosswind from left to right. I'm using 3 bars of right spin and 3.5 top spin on my Apocalypse level 4. Make sure that Apocalypse level 4 is a 234 yard driver, so if you are playing with Epoch 5, 6, 7, you will have a different yardage. Yellow ring just by the rough at bottom, plus 11 yard mark with ball guideline on center on the fairway. I adjusted the drive for max plus 10% and I pushed it to max. Once again, I have drivers Epoch 4 and extra mile 8, so do keep in mind the power yardage, the power on your driver. We hit perfect. Here we are expecting a yardage of anywhere between 345 to 350 yards. However, on this one I went a little long, I guess 355. Yes. So on this one, the drive was a little longer, 355 yards. Now, two things. If you end up in a yardage between 345 to 350 yards, you will be playing your second shot at 10% medium distance. But if you end up your drive like at a higher yardage like I did, like 355 to 357, somewhere there, you will play 10% at slider. Having a look at my eagle shot. As you can see, first I will go to min distance and then I will count rings from min. That's 10. That's 20. So I pushed up 20 rings. However, I played this one 24% slider because you see right now I pushed a little, maybe like 3 or 4 rings extra. So I play this eagle shot at 10% elevation on 24% slider. The spins would vary. In my case, it was 1.5 backspin and 3 left spin with ball guideline going straight towards the pin. We adjust, we center the ball and hit perfect. Perfect ball. And we nicely come in for a very sweet eagle to start off our qualifying round, dead at pin. So once again, if you make your drive around 345 to 350 yards, you will be playing your second shot medium distance plus 10%. If you make a slightly longer drive like I did, 355 yards, you will be playing 10% at slider. Hole 2 part 3, I dropped the hole in one twice here. So first we will look at my practice shot. Again, using the katana, and I'm using Goliath level 8. If you are playing with a Goliath level 7 or 6, you will have a slightly less ball guideline. If you are playing with 8 and 9, you most likely will have a similar ball guideline. 3 left spin and appropriate top spin, having your ball guideline going through the hole. Adjustment, I play this one max plus 5%. You adjust your rings, center the ball and hit perfect. Take a perfect bounce, we come in very nice, hit the pin for a sweet hole in one. Now same adjustment on the main gameplay, we also draw right at the pin for a hole in one, which you are gonna see shortly. This is my main gameplay. This time we have a relatively higher wind. Again, the same approach. Half of the red ring inside the bunker at bottom, and the left spin and the top spin would vary. Your aim should be to have your ball guideline going at least 1.5 to 2 green squares through the hole. If you want to prefer anything, prefer the center right edge of the cup, like right side of the pin. Again, same adjustment, max plus 5%. You can either push the rings, pull the rings. I prefer to zoom out and then pull my rings. Center the ball and hit perfect. Now, the only thing that can happen here is you might come in a little too hot and bounce off the pin. So if you are skeptical about it, I mean, see, dead center at the pin. I've had like 3 shots. I drop dead center at the pin every single time with max plus 5%. If you feel keeping the ball guideline 1.5 to 2 green squares through the hole, maybe a little extra, and we might come in hot and bounce off the pin. You can play around with the ball guideline, but elevation would stay max plus 5%. Top spin and left spin would vary. You need to just have your ball guideline through the hole. Now it's hole 3. Hopefully I have hole 3. Yeah, there you go. Sorry, hole 3 par 5 here. Hole 3 par 5. Here we have a very good chance for an albatross because there is a little funnel which you can find just at the starting of the green. Not starting of the green, like just before the pin. But before that, let's have a look at the drive. We have a cross tailwind, more of a crosswind than tailwind. At max position, white ring by the rough on right at plus 15 yard mark. 3 left spin and about 3 bars of top spin. You see the ball gut line kind of like glitches there, so make sure you do not add any extra topspin because you might catch the glitch roll and end up in the rough on top. So you will still be able to score the eagle, but the chance for albatross will be most likely vanished. Adjustment on the drive, max plus 10%. You center the ball and hit perfect. We come in with a very nice speed. Target yardage would be somewhere around 328 to 332 yards. For the albatross shot, we are going to play somewhere between minimum and medium distance of our sniper. So I played my shot at 15% slider and 0% elevation, and you will see we will slightly miss it towards the right of the pin. See, first I check my club distance. There's my min club. Then I push up about 10 rings or 5 rings, somewhere there. And you see, with the backspin and some left spin, I try to locate that funnel. We cast that funnel where the ball guideline like sticks, and we have it straight towards the pin. Once again, I played this one 15% slider at 0% elevation, but I would recommend to try this one with 25% slider and 0% elevation, which is a difference of like 0.3 to zero point 0.4 decimals. And now I see I also added some unintentional overpower there, like half a ring OP. Maybe that can be one of the reasons why I missed this one to the right. So play around with the slider and center the ball perfectly. Do not have any kind of overpower or underpower, even though it will be unintentional, but if it's there, you're gonna miss like I did. Hole 4 part 3. Here what I'm gonna do is have a spin change. We are going to play this one with a power 2, wind 3, power 2, wind 2, power 3, wind 4, any type of ball you want, but it should be a power 2 ball. And make sure you have your grizzly as your long iron. First I use 3 backspin, keeping the ball guideline going to the hole, and then I change my backspin to 2.5. See right there. Then you will adjust this one for, where is it? Maximum distance plus 20% power 1 ball numbers. I played with power 2 ball numbers and I kept missing on the left, so I switched from power 2 to power 1 ball numbers. Center the ball. Come in nicely, we take a very nice bounce. And you see we are still about like 1 green square to the left of the pin. So my assumption here is that I played this one at max plus 25 power 1 ball numbers. Yeah, that's the change. We make it. I played max plus 25. Yeah, so I played this one max plus 25. However, you would play max plus 20% power 1 ball numbers, and there is a spin change. When you start your hole, you start with 3 backspin, keeping the ball guideline to the hole at minimum distance power 2 ball line, and then you will change the spin to 2.5 backspin. If you are confused of how this would go, make sure you use like a couple of practice tokens and try this one out for yourself. I think this is the best approach in my opinion to hover over the bunker, and instead of going from the left side or the right side for the hole in one approach. Hole 5 par 5. I'm going to show you my opponent's play. The reason being is that I horribly botched my drive. I mean, like I said, it's early in the morning. I started playing at 4 a.m. to make this video, but again, no excuses there. So I'm going to show you my opponent's play just because it's a safe approach to get an eagle. You can, if you want to push the drive harder to get an albatross attempt using the sniper, but make sure you do not lose the eagle like I did in order to chase the albatross. So opponent rough cutter, he's playing with rock level 8 and a kingmaker ball. 3 left spin with about 1.8 to 2 bars of top spin. I think he did not move his bullseye, so that would be an empty position. If I were to adjust the shot, I would play this one max plus 10% for the drive. So since he's not pushing hard on the drive, so albatross attempt would be a little difficult. So make sure you pack your power wood club, either the cat or the big dog. If you push the drive harder, you just might get into the sniper range. Yep, so even with that drive, he was at max distance of his power wood club, big dog level 9. So this is actually a safe gameplay to bag the eagle. You can play for an albatross, like I said, push the drive harder, get around like 350 yards somewhere, try to stay away from the trees. So many parameters there you need to keep in mind before playing that aggressive drive. But once again, I said it before, I'm saying it again, do not lose the eagle while chasing the albatross. That's what happened to me, and I paid the price for it. So pretty safe approach here. He took a aggressive bounce, not aggressive, a close bounce to the rough. Still a very sweet putt for an eagle. John K. Omar, thank you so much for the good luck, guys. So that was hole 5. Hole 4 par hole 6 par 4. I'm going to show you two plays in one in which you can maybe get stuck in the bunker before the pin, which happened to me on the main gameplay. But I tried multiple drives because you have a tailwind. So playing this one with the Titan ball and extra mile level 8. At max stretch position, keeping the yellow ring touching the rough on right. Max backspin, 4.5 backspin and 2 bars of right side spin. You see it right there, yellow ring touching the rough at max. Once again, extra mile level 8 and epoch 4, their power is different compared to epoch 5, so keep that in mind. Adjustment max plus 10%, and this one I guess I pushed to plus 5 yard mark. I pushed this one to plus 3 because we have a very high wind, 10.5. Max right curl on extra mile level 8. Great left, but we were still safe here, as you will see. Take a very nice bounce, and the backspin helped us stay on the green. So even though the green looks like a little horrifying or something, but when I got the ball guideline going through the hole, it was pretty straight. If you want to see that, you will have a pretty straight ball guideline for the putt. See, pretty straight. I mean, a little curvy, but you do not have to like go into max OP putt range here. Still made a very sweet eagle in practice. Now, the things to keep in mind, if you have a lower wind, you will loosen the backspin and you will push up 1 to 2 yards more. If you have a high wind with the Titan 10.5 like I was having here, you will push to plus 3 and keep 4.5 backspin minimum. Because if you gamble around with the backspin, maybe you want to use like 3 or 3.5 backspin, you might just skip everything and end up in the bunker on top. So when you end up with the bunker on top, you do not have to you do not have that funnel which you can use, which you have in the front end of the pin. I know it's a little complicated, but I will show you what I exactly mean. Now this is the drive on my main gameplay. I have a very low wind even with the Titan. So I did not tweak the backspin. I forgot to tweak the backspin, kept the same 4.5 and 2 bars of right side spin, max plus 10%. This time, however, I do push to plus 5 yard mark, but again, I should have loosened up on the backspin and maybe kept like 3.8 to 3.5. You will see the outcome of this one. Even though we hit perfect, we will end up in the bunker. Now, even if you are in this bunker, which is just before the pin, you still have a very good chance of the like very good chance for scoring the eagle. The reason being you have a massive funnel going towards the pin. Great left, great right, perfect. All the shots will drop. In some of the cases, a good shot might also drop. So, but do not take my word for it. Try to hit perfect every single time. You see, I try various spins, try to locate that funnel. I find that funnel, and since we have a tailwind, I use some backspin, keeping ball guard line going straight towards the pin. See right there. Now, since from lower to a higher point, I do not adjust anything whatsoever. I just center the ball. Even with a great left, you will see we will drop this one for the eagle. With great left, we drop on the left edge of the cup. If we hit perfect, we will drop center of the cup. If we hit a great right, we will most likely drop on the right edge of the cup. So massive funnel there. Even if you are in bunker, make sure you cast that funnel with your sand wedge and try to hit perfect. Hole 7 part 3. Now this is I would say this is the most difficult part 3 considering the wind direction. We have a somewhat headwind along with crosswind. I'm aiming my bullseye in between the shadows of the two trees there and using the backspin, keeping my ball guard line going just to the pin. Now, I kept my ball guard line going just to the pin, and you will see we will miss this one on the right. So, if you want to gamble, you can keep your ball guard line going through the hole, but if you miss, you might just roll down on the left side and you might have a very difficult putt. So, that's your call. Adjustment on this one was medium distance plus 25%. We hit perfect. Hit the pad and we missed this one like one green square to the right of the pin. So you can either add more backspin, but that might get you like short of the pin. So the best tweak in my opinion would be to keep the ball guard line going at least zero point 0.5 green square to 0.7 green square through the hole. It's a gamble. You want to take it, be my guest. You can play it. If you feel, oh no, I don't want to risk this one for a hole in one, then try the hole in one on hole 2 because that's a way better chance on when compared to this hole. Once again, having a look at the shot. Bullseye in between the shadows of the two trees. Keeping the ball guard line just to the hole. You see the slope on the left side of the pin, it goes down. Even if you get on the fringe, that would be better than going on the slope and ending up on a very difficult putt. Medium distance plus 25%. Center the ball and hit perfect. If I were to pick any holes, I would pick all the par 4s because they are comparatively easier to drop, and hole 2, par 3 for the hole in one. I would keep this for the weekend round if I'm planning to get a banner or something. We all are trying to get like at least top places, but you don't want to lose a birdie here and get a par and get a shitty score entering the weekend round. Now, hole 8, par 4. I dropped eagle on the test. I dropped eagle on the main gameplay. So we will have a look at the main gameplay. The drive here is a little aggressive. You might feel like we have a thin fairway to work with, but this is the best way, in my opinion, to play for the eagle. 2 right spin, no need of any top spin or back spin. Keeping the ball guideline dead center just by the shadow of the tree there, as you can see. Adjustment this one for max plus 10%. Adjust your rings. Center the ball. And very important to hit perfect, because a great left, great left or a great right might get you in trouble. I haven't played any great shots, so I cannot give you a confirmation on that. Target yardage for this drive would be somewhere around 330 to 335 yards. We went a yard over, but that's totally fine. Second shot, keeping the yellow ring by the rough, see right there, and then applying backspin to keep your ball guideline going towards the pin. Again, Goliath level 6 and 7 users, you have a slightly underdeveloped ball guideline, so keep that in mind. See, I have the tip of my ball guideline aiming towards the pin. Played the shot at medium distance plus 10%. Center the ball and hit perfect. Nice perfect ball, and you will see we come in for a very sweet eagle right at pin. So that is 3 drops on all the par 4s. Hole 5 par 5, I bossed it. Please, you don't botch it, get the safe eagle. Hole 3 is a safe eagle. Completing the walkthrough, heading on to hole 9 par 5. Now this might be a little tempting win to send over the rough patch and have a crack at an albatross, but I'm playing safe here to grab the eagle at least in the qualifying round. At plus 22 yard mark, red ring by the rough, 3 top spin and 2 left spin on my berserker ball. I end up at plus 21, but plus 21 plus 22, like bottom of plus 21, sorry, top of plus 21 and bottom of plus 22 will be your location somewhere there. Adjustment will be max plus 10% on the drive, and then you will use full left curl. Do not apply any OP whatsoever and try to hit perfect. We are aiming for a target yardage somewhere between 320 to 325 yards on our drive. 322 in this case. Now shot number 2 will be played with your power wood club, again Cataclysm or the big dog. In my case it was big dog level 8. I am not attempting this one for the albatross, I am just playing it for the safe eagle. Use some backspin, some left spin if you want to have a crack at the alba, but again I just use the spins to get my ball guideline to the hole. That was not my intention for the albatross, it was just to keep me somewhere on the green or on the fringe. Adjustment, I played medium distance minus 10% with some baby right curl. Perfect ball. And you will see we take a very nice bounce on the fairway on the green for a very safe putt for the eagle. You want to go aggressive, of course you can go with a virtuoso ball, you can go with a, what ball is that? Big top ball, you can go with any top spin boost ball, but you will highly likely end up in rough because we have a higher crosswind when compared to tailwind. So if you end up in rough and supposedly you have a toss and boost ball with wind 1 or something, you will have a difficult time adjusting for the rings, because You will have to hit perfect from the rough. If you hit a good or great shot from the rough, you will again end up in the rough somewhere else. So multiple factors to keep in mind. In my opinion, play safe, at least in the qualifying round. So this is my scorecard, minus 15. Even though it says minus 16, I am expecting you to drop hole 5 for a safe eagle. So it's not a clickbait thing or something. I expect you to drop hole 5 and not botch it like I did. Hole 1, par 4, hole 6, par 4, hole 8, par 4, all dropped. All par 5 should be eagles minimum, and hole 2, par 3 is a good opportunity for a hole in one. So don't worry, the video may be a little longer, but I will, however, have the timestamps posted in the comment section briefly. And let me know if this video helped you out in any way, or if I lagged something, or my adjustments were wrong. Once again, you do not have to follow what I say. You can use the practice token, test it by yourself, or you can also refer to other streamers playing around and posting their content. So once again, minus 15 for me. Could have been a minus 16. I would have loved that, but minus 15 not bad. I will try to have minus 16 in the weekend round. And that's it for the video. I wish you guys good luck on your qualifying rounds across all of your accounts. Let me know how did your round go, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care and have a nice remainder of the day. Bye bye.